Hello, my darlings. I hope actually everything is working. I did this training yesterday and it vanished. It completely vanished from Instagram. I don't know what happened. But anyways, I've got this very short training for you, which is actually based on a real question from a woman. So I'm going to read the question to you and give you the answer. And if you're struggling with something similar in dating, let me know in the comments. So this is a question from Carrie. Carrie says, Dear Agnieszka, I've had 11 dates with this man. He never calls or texts me in between the dates. Is that okay? Otherwise, he always makes plans in advance. He gives me his jacket when I'm cold. He opens doors for me. He always asks about my day. What a great question. Right, so what Carrie is really asking about here is this behavior from a man in dating acceptable, right? And the very short answer would be yes, it is. Of course, it is acceptable. He is not a mind reader. He doesn't know what's going on in Carrie's head. But this is not the real question, right? This is not what Carrie's asking really about. So this is really a question around very clear communication. I hope you can hear me actually okay. This is a question about clear communication in dating, which usually does not happen. This is one of the most frequent issues in dating that, both men and women do not express things clearly, and it creates a lot of confusion. And we don't want confusion in dating for several reasons. So what Carrie really is asking about here is that she has got a certain need which is not met, and she would like to have that need met, and this is a very juicy subject. So before I give you the answer, which is going to be exciting, by the way, and you can apply it to your own experiences in dating, I'll tell you what happens mostly in dating. Instead of that clear communication, what happens is a lot of, that people make assumptions, both men and women. I'm an expert for women. I'm a love expert for women. So I will tell you what kind of assumption women would typically make in a situation like that. So Carrie could make an assumption such as, this man is a gentleman. I really feel great with him. So she was saying actually that he ticks a lot of boxes, but he doesn't text in between the dates, right? And it doesn't feel that great to her. So she could make an assumption here. Well, that means that he doesn't care enough. He cares, but he doesn't care enough, right? And, equally, he could be making another assumption. So let's not even go there. Like, he could make an assumption, I don't want to overwhelm her, right? The way people act in dating is very often based on assumptions, and very often it's based on previous experiences. And neither is good to apply in dating, because every person is very different. Every person has got different experiences. They'll be making different assumptions as well, but also, and most importantly, and that's the core issue here, each of us has got different needs. So it's a very unique question that she's actually asking, because this is really a question about her needs. So what Carrie really wonders is, how do I get my needs met in this dating scenario? I would like him to send me text messages more often, because that would feel good. So what would I say to Carrie? I would say to Carrie to be very clear with him and start using heart connection language. It's the type of communication, by the way, this is something I teach in my programs. This is the type of communication which is absolutely beautiful and absolutely amazing to apply in dating for several reasons. So I'll just give you an example. So she would say Adam, let's call him Adam, she would say something like, Adam, I really love when you're around. I love seeing you, but I'm missing hearing your voice in between the dates. What do you think? Or, Adam, I love when you are around. I'm really enjoying our dates and our time together, but I would love to hear more from you in between the dates. What do you think? That's it. This is an example of heart connection language. What it does is it's wonderful on at least two levels. So the first thing is that Carrie would gain clarity, but also she would be using the type of language where she expresses her feelings and her needs in a way which lands really well with a man who is a healthy man, who is a high masculine energy man, right? He doesn't have any previous wounding. He can hear your requests. So this will land very well with a healthy man, right? It also connects with your feelings, with your heart. And this type of communication, when you're able to connect with your heart and express yourself, is going to open a man's heart. And this is something most women, especially women who are, in busy, high-profile jobs, women who use a lot of masculine energy. This is something which is like a muscle you need to train. It doesn't come naturally to a lot of women. The second thing it's going to do is that, and this one is beautiful, it's going to make your dating process super easy and clear. Why? Because if you are expressing a request expressing your need in this way, a healthy man will respond, is very likely to respond very well to this request. Why? Because a healthy masculine, high masculine energy man, his top priority is going to make a woman happy. So he's very likely to respond very well to it, and he would probably say something like, but Carrie, of course, tell me what would make you happy. What do you need? Would you like me to text you more? Would you like me to text you every day, every second day? Would you like me to call you? Whereas a man who either doesn't care enough about you, or he has got certain wounding, etc., etc. So someone who probably you are not interested in dating, a man who is not willing or interested in getting your needs met, is going to respond negatively to a request like this. He might even say yes, okay, but then he will not be consistent, right? So he'll be saying one thing and doing another thing. So that's it. That's the magic of heart connection language. It's a beautiful thing I teach my women, I teach in my programs. And I would like to use this opportunity as well to invite you to, there are two exciting things happening if you're in my world. One is that on the 29th, I hope you can hear me okay. On the 29th of November, we've got a masterclass called 3 Real Reasons Why. I just got distracted. There's, pop-ups coming up on my screen. Okay, the masterclass is called 3 Real Reasons Why Men Ghost. How to end this cycle, open his heart, and let him endlessly romance you. I think it's a juicy title, isn't it? I love this title. A lot of women love this title. So we're going to be talking in this training a lot about, this is going to be like an antidote to ghosting, something which a lot of women experience. So ghosting happens even when you've got, a quality guy in front of you. Sometimes men ghost, and I will explain why. But in this masterclass, I will tell you more about how to communicate, how to connect with a man, how to speak to a man, and what to do, so that you're very authentic in dating, you're very authentic and very aligned with what's true to you, with your feelings. But at the same time, you're doing it in such a way that it opens a man's heart. So he starts to see you. He starts to see how unique you are. He starts to hear you when you express something. And this is an antidote to ghosting, pretty much, because when you can apply this type of language and, you know, true, authentic feminine energy, you are going to start to activate romance and romance is activated in a man when he starts bonding with you emotionally. So we are going to actually be talking about all these exciting things. The second thing I wanted to talk to you about is that obviously, you know, Black Friday is coming, and then we've got Cyber Monday, and I've had this inspired idea for quite a while to create something which is really accessible to women and really an amazing deal. So for those of you who love the subjects I've just spoken about, and it's a secret for now, I'm not going to explain what exactly is included in the deal, but I called it a Sweet Kitty Monday deal. Okay, let me know how this training has landed with you. Love you all. See you soon again, I hope.